Together we are but first coffee. Susie's just our host, but what matters most is we are a team. Together we are all safe here, and so are you. Among friends and mods we are safe. We talk about trauma, break down drama of life, death, happy or sad, even mad. We discuss it all here. Together we will thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Together we fight cults or fight addictions. If not with experience, with love, and we don't judge. Please understand, this is a safe place to land. Please understand, you're not alone. This is a safe place to land. Together we thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Because we are but first coffee, and Susie welcomes us all here. Together we are but first coffee, and Susie.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? Steve, can you hear me good? I just want to make sure because we were having some technical difficulties. So, yeah. Everybody can see us, can hear us. All right. Or hear me. So, hi, everybody, and welcome. Welcome. We have quite the show tonight. We've got Jersey Jan and Conda and Marilee and Kim, love foster kits. So, what I want to do first is I would like for everybody to just kind of, say hi and just tell them just a little bit about yourself. Just, whatever. So I'm just going to start with Jan, and we'll just go across and then across the bottom too, I guess, and we'll put Mark in there somewhere. So Jan, go ahead.
What do I say? What would you like to know?
Just like, I don't know, like your name, where you're from, kind of. You don't have to get technical, but I don't know.
Hey, well, obviously my name's Jan. I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
I've been a mod for a while for you and for Feral Cheryl.
Yeah. I love Cheryl.
I know, me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in this community a couple of years, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. How about Conda? What do you got?
Well, my name is Conda, and I live in Orange County, California. And I think it got up to about 84 degrees today.
Oh,
we don't want to hear it.
Sorry. I just had to say that.
Zero here.
It's 34 here now, so it doesn't feel it, but it is. It feels much.
I grew up in Chicago, so I know what cold is, and glad I don't have to live in that anymore. But I've been in the community probably about the same amount of time, and started out with Scientology and watching the aftermath, and it's continued on since then.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here too. Thank you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Okay, Mayor. What about you?
Is she frozen?
Mayor?
I think she's frozen.
Oh no. Bless her.
Well, it must really be cold at her house then if she's frozen.
In Canada.
she is. Well, Canada. That explains it.
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on.
Mayor, I hope you can hear us. You're frozen.
It keeps saying that her mic is muted, and I keep trying to unmute it, but I can't. Let's see if I remove
It
her.
won't let me do it either.
I removed her from the stage. I'm going to add her back somewhere.
Oh, B told her. You're frozen stiff.
She moved, and her mic is. Tell her mic is muted. Well, Kim, you go ahead while we're working on this. How about that?
Okay. Well, I'm Kim. And I have foster cats, so hence the name. But I'm from South Dakota, or I live in South Dakota, Northwest South Dakota. I can throw a rock at North Dakota that way.
Yeah.
If from my house. So I live right on the border. And gosh, I think I started watching the Scientology stuff back the end of the first Danny Masterson trials.
Oh yeah.
And then just kind of fell down the rabbit hole and started following everybody. I think I've been following you and Marilyn and all you guys from when you guys all started.
Yeah, we all started pretty close to the same. Like Marilyn,
Yeah.
she started before me, but not a lot. She started. Oh, I don't remember. Just a few months before I did. I was watching, and
Yeah.
And telling myself, I'm gonna do a channel. I'm gonna do a channel. I'm gonna do a channel. And I kept having all these reasons not to, mostly because I was going through chemo and radiation, and I looked at the side. And so I finally just thought, you know what? What have I got to lose?
Yeah.
Can you hear us now, Mayor? Oh,
She's still on mute.
It was unmuted and now it worked. Can you hear us, Mayor?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Do you remember when?
Mayor, can you hear us? Oh, she's muted again. What in the world?
YouTube is not liking her.
No,
Or StreamYard,
it's
I should
not.
say. StreamYard.
I can't get it to undo. Oops. Oh, I think she left. Okay, Mark, who are you? How long have you been here?
5 minutes. I just came over here to the chair.
It's been more than that since we've been trying to get started. Yeah. So, yeah.
Not much about me.
He doesn't know much about any of it. Like he don't care. I mean, he cares about the Scientology stuff when I tell him, but he doesn't care enough he never watches me. Let's put it that way. Like, if he's not on the show, or sometimes he's sitting over there listening. So
I watch the videos of vacation ones.
yeah, he watches if I put stuff from vacation. So, well, anyway, hi guys. Hi everybody in the chat. It's good to see you. I see we have several people here. I'm excited. I know this is kind of a strange time for us, and I usually don't go live on the weekends very often. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, instead of an actual game where there's like a winner or a loser, we're gonna just do a like.
What is this one?
It goes with her. It goes with Conda.
Oh.
He's like, "What's this?" But it's over to the side a little more. So, but anyway, so what we're gonna do is I've got 3 rounds of questions. They're just 10 like nostalgic kind of questions, and I'm gonna ask these of our guests. And I always encourage the chat to put their answers, their stories and stuff in there too. There is a link at the top of the page in the chat. If you want to come on, let me know and we'll bring you on and you can say something too. And but anyway, this is just kind of one of those, there's no right, there's no wrong. I just thought it'd be fun to, the world is just so crazy right now. There's so much going on, and I have found myself kind of trying to just be nostalgic about how things used to be. How things used to be so simple and everything. And then I thought, well, why don't I make some kind of a live out of this, where we just talk about stuff. So we have 3 rounds. Now, the first one is called Normal or Wild. And so what it is I'm going to read off something that we did back in the day, and you're either going to decide if it was normal for back then or if it was even wild for back then or even sketchy, whatever, something, just if it wasn't even right back then, but we still did it, kind of thing. But so we just got 10 questions of that, and then we're going to move on to round 2 is, do you remember where you were when? And then so I'm going to, say something, and then we're just going to go through and see what everybody remembers about it. And then the third group is, did you ever? Now this one is a little bit light, spicy, but nothing like nothing. No, don't worry. We are totally probably, I know we're PG-13. We might even be done. So no worries. Of course, if you want to get spicy, I'm not going to stop you, but I'm just saying the questions aren't going to be anything that would embarrass anybody. I hope. I don't remember any anyway, but it was like 2:00 in the morning when I was writing some of these. So, okay, poor Marilee, she is just trying and trying.
Yeah,
So
kick her out, she said.
So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then we will kind of check in with the chat as we go, or however that works. But with 30 questions, I just want to make sure we get started and get all the questions in. Okay. So, number 1. Now remember, these are normal or wild. Was it just normal? Nobody thought anything of it? Or was it even kind of, a little bit crazy for back then? So, number 1 is riding in the back of a pickup with 0 supervision and obviously no safety measures. Was that just normal, or was that kind of, a little sketchy back then? Normal or wild? So,
Normal.
Oh, that was
Normal.
normal.
It was normal.
Normal.
did anybody even think about the safety situation with that?
Heck no.
I don't think so either. And I'll give you one better. We lived on a ranch, and my dad, he pulled a gooseneck trailer. And I don't know if you know what that is, but it's the kind of trailer that there's like in the middle of the truck bed. The truck bed was flat. It didn't have the sides. And so in the middle, there's like a hole with a deal that you hook the trailer to. Okay. So it's a flatbed truck, and the trailer, as you turn, it kind of comes sideways a little bit on that, rotates around that bed of that truck. It's flat. There's no sides. So it's just like a slab of metal. We rode all over the place on that.
Oh,
And I bet he made it jackknife on purpose to make it fun, didn't he?
I was wondering about it sometimes. And we usually had at least 1 or 2 dogs.
oh my
At
God.
least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, because
Yep.
my dad, he was a cowboy, and so he pulled a horse trailer, and we would sit up on the back of that truck. And I think about that now, and I thought about it, when I had kids, and I thought, oh my God, how am I still alive? So yeah. Okay, so number 2, and I want y'all, if with any of these, if it brings up like a story or a memory, I want to hear about them. That's half the fun. So, and in the chat, y'all too, if you have something, if it reminds you of something, please put it in the chat. So, okay, number 2 is kids answering the phone and giving out all kinds of information. Like the phone rings and the little brother answers it. No, mom and dad's not here. They're not going to be home till about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Normal.
Normal. Yeah,
Normal.
I think so too. Probably
In fact,
sketchy as hell, but but it was normal.
we had a party line for a long
Yeah.
time, and so we would tell everybody plus the party line,
Oh yeah.
whoever was listening.
Yeah. I remember one time my sister, she was the youngest. So she would have been about 6 years younger than me. and like she grabs that phone up before I could get to it, and she's just like, talking to who knows who, and she's like, no, she says they're out in the yard having a fight. My mom and dad, and I'm like, give me the phone. Because I was probably, I don't know, 12 or something, and I at least knew that we probably don't need to tell the whole world.
The whole
Turns out,
neighborhood.
who
Yeah.
it was? It was the preacher.
Oh no.
So, did you give out information over the phone?
I didn't talk on the phone.
I can imagine. He don't talk anyway. I say that when we were dating, we would have like 3 and 4 hour conversations on the phone, but he don't talk now. He's all talked out.
He's all talked out. My dad ran his business out of our house.
Oh yeah.
So when they were out, I would have to answer
Mhm.
this is before answering machines. So I would have to answer
Yeah.
the phone. So I'm telling all his customers, nope, they're out for the night. Can I take a message?
Yeah. But it was
I
no,
don't know who the heck I was talking to.
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that I think of now is all that information going out to who only knows who, and I mean, they could be some pedo, and the kids just told them, "Oh no, the parents are gone till."
I'm here all by myself.
Yeah. Another thing I always thought, and I don't think I wrote this one down, but something else I thought was kind of like wild. You know, I even thought it at the time. Honestly, was you'd get the phone book, and it would have the parents line, and have the Mark Oberholtz, and then the next one under it would say kids phone or kids line or something.
Mhm.
Well,
And their
so
names.
yes, and their names. And
Ooh,
so
that's
any
good.
any pervert around could just like call that number and talk to kids. I'm like, oh boy, we weren't very smart back then.
But you
With
didn't,
the address. With their
Yeah.
address.
Yeah, their address, their phone number, their names. I mean, still. Okay, so number 3. Does anybody remember smoking sections in restaurants?
Oh,
Oh,
heck yeah. Yeah.
And they
smoking
never
everywhere in the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, there were
Yes.
sections.
And you'd have to go through the smoking section to get to the non-smoking section.
I
which
know. I'm
defeats
like,
the whole
what's-
purpose.
Or you could be right on the line and the table next to you would be smoking
Smoking.
Yeah.
and you would be getting all that
Yeah,
smoke.
booths or something on this side and booths on this side, and the smoke's just commingling. Then they would put that glass partition, and I thought, smoke rises, y'all. It's like going up and over that little piece of glass.
Yeah. And Janet from Another
Yes.
Planet says, yeah, airplanes too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
used to be able to smoke on airplanes. I can't even imagine being trapped in an airplane
With people
with
smoking.
people smoking.
Mhm. My
I can-
first
Yeah, I
plane
can
flight,
kinda
I
remember.
had, there were smokers.
Really?
Oh,
I think there was. Seems like I can remember there being smokers.
I want to
remember-
say
I
it was
do
into
remember. I
the
do remember when there
80s.
was a no smoking section on planes,
Yeah, where
Well,
they
that
separated
too.
them.
which is really ridiculous, but it was there.
You
Is it
could
like-
use to smoke in your hospital room if you were a
Yeah.
smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Mhm.
imagine?
Oh my God. And people with oxygen all over the place.
Yeah.
It is a miracle that more hospitals didn't just blow up.
Blow up.
Oh
I
my God.
know.
when I was in high school, you had a smoking hole.
A smoke hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of high schools have.
Teachers and kids go out there and smoke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
smoke.
Yeah, we
They
had that in
had a
high
smoke
school.
hole here, too. They did here too whenever I was going to school. But when I was in California in high school, they didn't. Like you couldn't smoke at the high school there. I don't know. The teachers might have had somewhere they could.
The teachers.
Yeah.
Teachers
but
lounge, yeah.
But the kids couldn't. And so I came here and I'm like, what in the hell is this?
And they're probably chewing too.
Yeah. And guns in the back rack of their truck. They had those wooden racks in the window of their pickup. And they'd have
At
guns. They'd be
school.
parked at school. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't concealed.
I know. Well, I
Okay,
never even heard of
that doesn't go here.
Yeah.
That does
No,
not
it won't
fly
here
here.
now. It wouldn't. It doesn't now. But boy,
No, not even when we were kids.
Oh
Mm-mm.
wow. Yeah, you got to remember, I'm in Oklahoma. Fondly
I'm in
referred to as Joklahoma.
Yeah. I'm in South Dakota. They still drive to school with their gun racks.
Yeah.
I have an aunt and uncle and a cousin in South Dakota. And
Oh,
we just went there a few weeks or a few months ago, and I loved it. I would move there in a heartbeat. I really would. I would move there.
are they,
So
was that the Western, like Black Hills area where you guys were?
Yeah,
yeah,
Rapid
See, and
City.
yeah,
I'm
Rapid
due
City.
north of there. Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
well wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "Are we ever gonna get there? Are we ever gonna get?" I was just like, I don't even know what any of this means, because they would like every little, I don't know if it was like a neighborhood or what, it would have a sign that it made it look like it was a town, and so like it was telling us to go somewhere, and I'm like, but that's not Rapid City. That is blah blah blah. Well, come to find out, yes, it was
Yeah, it
Rapid
is.
City. Okay, here's a good one. Well, I just about to skip one. Okay, that's a good one too. Number 4. This one I never had. Being sent outside all day, no water, no snacks, no plan. So did your parents send you outside and tell you just go outside and play or
Yeah.
whatever?
Mhm.
Mine didn't.
We
Mhm.
would ride our bikes all over town,
Yep.
across busy
Mhm.
roads, across railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Drink out of the
Came home
hose.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, we drank out of the hose.
Yeah, if you
Drank out of the
want a
hose.
drink, there's a good hose out there. We were
That's it.
outside so much of the time anyway that my parents had a hard time getting us to come in. Of course, I grew up in California, Central California, perfect weather all year, and it was just, I don't know, we just were always doing something. My mom did have to try to come find me one time because our dog, actually 2 of our dogs at one time, had puppies, and it was intentional. My dad was selling these cow dogs, these dogs that were cattle to other cowboys, and so we had this great big dog house, and I guess I crawled up in there to play with the puppies and fell asleep, and nobody could find me.
Aw.
So after that, we had to check in every so often for sure. We couldn't just go out because it was, well, and my brother locked himself in a compartment on a horse trailer and about suffocated. So yeah, yeah,
Oh.
he was only like 3, and so I mean he literally
Yeah.
almost died when they heard him whimper or something, and they opened the door and he just fell out into their arms and to my
Aw.
dad's arms, and so
Aw.
yeah, after those 2 things, which were very close together, my parents, they were kind of anal about it. They made us check in like a
Yeah.
lot, you know.
I never did. We just go out and had to be home when the street light came on.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. Okay, number 5. Metal lawn darts existing as children's toys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have those.
Normal.
Yeah.
You threw them at people.
And you threw them at people.
Yeah.
They were called jarts.
Yeah,
Jarts.
jarts.
Yep.
Jarts.
And they hurt.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
did.
My brother used to throw croquet balls at us. They hurt too.
Ow.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I got even one. He did shoot me right here in the mouth one time with a BB gun. Yeah.
Ow.
Jan was saying, and clackers. Remember those clackers? Those things were
Oh,
My
I
father
love
they
hated those.
my mom. Every time I would get some, she'd take them and hide them, and then I would like save up a little bit of money, and I'd
Get
be
some
like
more.
dinner with my friend, and I'd buy some more and bring them home. She hated when I had those things.
I remember
Okay,
those.
number 6, y'all. No seat belts, car seats, or any safety rules at all. Do y'all remember laying up in the back of like in the back glass? Did anybody do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Oh my
or like
gosh.
propping yourself up like this on the seat of the front car from the
Mhm.
front seat, in the car, like so that you could talk to your parents and be nosy, see what they were talking about. We did that all the time.
Yep. I
Yeah.
remember my mom was very strict about using the seatbelt. My father wasn't.
Oh
So I would get in the car and say, Dad doesn't make me wear the seatbelt. So one time I was in the car with my mother sitting in the front seat, no seatbelt, and she had to stop short. And I went right into the dashboard. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, our
we
next
had
trip was
we
to
had the
doctor.
mom seat belt, where they
Yep.
stretch
Yep.
their
Yeah.
arm out.
Yep. My aunt
Yeah.
would do that.
My mom, my goodness, I mean, she just died like 3 years
Yeah.
ago, and she would still do it. I mean, and we're big seatbelt and car seat and all that now. Now we weren't then. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, but back then. So
Love
let's
a
see.
seatbelt. We don't need no stinking seatbelts.
Yeah.
My mom would like pack what there were 8 of us, so that she would pack like all 8 of us in the big old Buick, and I don't think we even knew there were seatbelts.
Yeah. I
We were sitting on
Yeah.
top of each other
oh, I know
to
it.
fit.
I know it. We rode from Bakersfield, California to here in Oklahoma in a U-Haul truck and pulled our car. And so it was my dad and then my mom and my little sister and me and my brother, who was 4 years younger than me, sat on my lap the entire trip. By the
Oh.
time we got here, I wasn't speaking to anybody. I literally was so mad. I'm like, why don't we let mom drive and dad sit over here and let him have the bony butt on his lap for a long time, you know? So,
Missy outside.
oh, the name, my grand dog is here, so the others are like, go home. They're kind of growling at her.
Aw.
Once it gets dark, they're like, go home. We're not having a sleepover. Go home.
You forgot the one station wagon with the very back seat
Yeah.
facing the
I was
wrong
thinking
way.
of that, Mark. They used to pile all the kids in the back
Oh.
of the station wagon.
He had
Mhm.
one, I guess, where the very back seat faced backwards. I didn't have that. We just had like
No,
an
we didn't have
open.
that.
We had one that faced, all the cars coming at you,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a jump seat back there.
Yeah.
and it ticked your parents off when you're
Yeah.
getting all the truckers to blow the horn as they go by.
Yeah.
We had this thing that it was like this little paddle and it had like signs that you could flip over and it said different things like hi and it had one that was flipping the bird and all kinds of stuff. And so we would sit back there and show those to the cars that were coming.
Oh my gosh.
And my mom and dad are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're just saying hi.
Nothing.
We're not doing anything.
Nothing.
Oh goodness. Okay, number 7. How about parents busting our butts in public and no one thought anything of it? Did anybody get their butts busted?
Yeah.
Normal. Well, you only did it once.
Yeah. Yeah.
It only took once.
Yeah, I didn't never get it. I got spankings but very few and gave spankings but very few. And me and my mom both just had this look that if you gave that look, those kids knew that, you know, better stop now because your life is in peril. So, okay. Number 8, hitchhiking considered being completely acceptable.
Oh yeah. Especially in the country roads,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, did any of you hitchhike?
Well, I didn't, but we picked them up.
Yeah.
Picked
We
up
picked
Oh
hitchhikers.
my gosh.
You know, my uncle, he hitchhiked from Kentucky to California and back. And he would hitchhike from Kentucky to Texas or to Oklahoma. He would hitchhike cross country. But it stopped, and I can't remember what year that was. Well, with us picking them up, I mean, stopped. When we were in California, and we were literally one of the cars that passed that poor girl that had gotten kidnapped and molested, and they had cut her arms off. And we saw her walking down the
Oh.
highway. And we
Oh
were
my
one of the
God.
cars
Oh,
that
yeah.
pulled over. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And then some stayed there with her, like a trucker, and another one stayed there with her. And some more of us went to try to find police because you didn't have cell
They don't.
phones. That
They
was
don't.
Mm.
the
No,
70s.
no.
Yeah, but they had those phones along the highway.
Yeah, well, we were trying to find
Yeah.
something. We ended up, I think the car in front of us was just going and just flashing there because back you had to like sit there and pull that little thing to flash the lights on and off.
Hmm.
And they flagged down a cop and so we told them and everything. But yeah, we did not ever pick up a hitchhiker after that. So
Mm-mm.
that was pretty scary. Okay. Number 9, leaving babies or kids, it wasn't just babies, but leaving them alone sleeping in the car, either outside of a store or even at your house. Like if they fell asleep when you got home, you'd carry in
Mhm.
everything and wait till they woke up to get them. Anybody do that or have that happen?
I think one
No.
time my dad left me in the car. We were at home and we were parked in
Yeah.
our driveway, and it was raining really hard, and I didn't want to get out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, we'll be right back." Half an hour later, I'm still in the car, and I'm still like, "Where did you people go?"
I gotta tell the story about Mark. His mom, oh my gosh, she was now, of course, he's, how old are you?
8.
68. So this has been a while ago. But anyway, his mom would leave the window by his crib open, and his next door neighbor would leave her window open, and she would go to work and leave Mark asleep in the baby bed. And then whenever he would cry, the neighbor would go over to check on him.
We had
I'm
good
just-
neighbors.
wow.
I'm sure you had good neighbors, but can you imagine?
I would have been about 1.
Yeah. We razzed her about it. We razzed her about it all the time. And she's like, I can't believe I did it either. She's just like, ugh.
Oh my
So,
God. Did you ever have a dog babysit?
Huh?
You ever have a dog babysit you?
Yes.
When
Yes.
I was a baby, and one of my neighbors was, I think, 2 years older than me. Our parents left us in the playpen
Mhm.
out in the backyard. They weren't there.
Yeah.
The dog was there. My dog was there. So
Because the
her,
dog would bark if somebody came in there.
well, my dog did more than that. My neighbor's grandfather came over and saw his granddaughter in the playpen in the backyard. So he went to go pick her up, and my dog didn't know him and bit him.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Wow.
It
We
was our
had a dog named
babysitter.
Sissy that did that with us. We weren't in the playpen. We were a little bit older, but we would run. We had a fenced in, it was a tall, like a privacy type fence, but still, but yeah, my mom and dad would have Sissy out there if they were, I don't know what they were doing. Who knows what they were doing, but watching a movie and they didn't want us to interrupt them or something. Football,
Dogs are
probably.
good watch-
Mhm.
Yeah, they are good watchdogs. Okay. Sorry. Okay, number 10 is, do you remember calling your friend's house and having to ask permission from their parents before you could talk to them? Like to ask permission to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't just call and say, is Jan there or whatever? No, I remember having to call, and I mean, I called every single day, but I would be like, hi, Mrs. Ince, can I talk to Lisa? And she'd be like, yes, Susie. Every time, the same way.
Every single time.
Yeah, I mean, unless my
Yeah.
parents were gone or her parents were gone or something. But yeah, if the parents were there, you had to ask permission.
And you didn't call after 9.
No.
Right. That
You
was the
didn't
cutoff.
dare.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents didn't even let anybody call on Sunday. Like you couldn't call on Sunday. Sunday was just for the family. We went to church and, we had dinner, or like a late lunch. And, we couldn't, I mean, unless it was a prearranged kind of thing for some reason. Like if there was a reason. Most of my rules growing up, they had like clauses, like you don't do this unless. blah, blah, blah.
Less.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to move on to the second set of questions, which are, do you remember where you were when? And I'm checking on y'all in the chat, y'all. So I'm going to be reading some of your stuff too. I keep watching. So anyway, number 1, do you remember where you were when you realized that the world felt different than when you were a kid? Like, do you remember the first time that you thought that the world was so different than it used to be?
Which time?
Yeah.
I was doing that.
That's what this is meant to do, is to, make you think about stuff,
I remember thinking it wasn't as, like, different towns weren't as far away as I thought they were when I got my driver's license.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I could drive there. Why did I think
Yeah.
they were like halfway around the world?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did that too. I remember when we moved here and I was like 14 or 15. And I remember thinking there's a town called Manford, and it's what, 7 or 8 miles from,
More than that, about 10.
maybe
something.
10 miles, but I thought it was like 50 or 60 miles. Like, and I was like 14. I don't know why I thought that it was so far, but and I used to think that Stillwater, this town that we go to all the time, we go every week just about, it's about 40 miles away, and I thought that it was like a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours away. Until, I mean, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but probably until probably
Last
20,
year.
yeah, like last year.
Last year, I know.
Not that quick, but probably in the last, seriously, like 15 or so. You know, I really thought that it was really far, and I would be like, he would want to go, and I'd be like, why? You know, it's so far. Now I love it. I love it there. But anyway, but yeah.
Well, I was probably my family moved to California from Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and it was a different world out
Yeah.
here than the Midwest. And
Yeah.
I was a teenager, and it was, I mean, and that's a tough age to be uprooted
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
to not just a new town, but
A whole
halfway
other,
across the country.
yeah,
And it is different here.
it
I
is.
still shake my head sometimes.
Yeah. See, I moved from California at 14. I moved from California to Oklahoma, and I thought we had moved to another planet. It was, you know,
It
you know, I
had to be
Yeah.
a culture shock.
it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
was, yeah, it really was. I remember the first day here, my English teacher, I always imitate her, and we're friends today, so that's crazy because like she was just so young, and I thought she was just some old hag. I mean, she was really like probably
I
24,
know.
you know? And
Yeah.
so, I mean, she was like 6 years older than me or something, but I just thought, oh, whatever. But anyway, whenever she's very prim and proper, you know, and she would twirl her hair and she would say, I know how you California girls are. And I looked at her and I
Oh,
said,
Lord.
are you freaking kidding me? I said, yeah, you've got, now this is the truth. I mean, this is the honest truth. I said, you've got 13 girls in this senior class here. I mean, this was a teeny tiny school where we're at now compared to, I had 500, 600 kids in my class in California. I said, you got 13 girls in this senior class. And she's like, yeah, you know, or yes, you know. And I said, 12 of them are pregnant and one of them's got a baby. I said, do you know how many girls was pregnant in my whole school where I went before? And she's like, well, I don't know how I would know that. I said, one. I said, I don't want to hear that I know how those California girls are. She sent me straight to the office. I thought I was going to get expelled the first day. But yeah, my parents were like, good girl. Yeah. You tell her.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was a good girl. I really was. And I was just like, ugh. But yeah, we're real good friends now. It's crazy. Mm. But yeah, I think that I first honestly knew that there was a big change in the world whenever the Oklahoma City bombing happened, and I felt it. I felt the jolt of it, and I thought, what in the world? And we turned on the TV, and we found out what had happened and everything, and I just thought,
Not yet.
oh my God, you know, this wouldn't have happened whenever I was a kid. You know, I'm sure it would have. And there was bad things that happened then too. But I can honestly remember just thinking, we're doomed. You know, I thought that the world had to be getting ready to end, you know, and just the saddest thing. So, okay, number 2. Do you remember where you were when you felt that you were truly independent or truly grown up, or however you want to, you know, interpret that?
Well, and again, that's sometimes life stages too, different
Mm-hmm.
times, different stages. But when my mother died
Mm-hmm.
when I was pretty young, but it was really kind of the first, when you lose a parent, that's the first time you have to stand on your own,
Yeah.
you know. And so that was kind of, and for me, that came early. It was at 24,
Oh, wow.
but I still had, I had 8 brothers and sisters. So, I mean, come on, how alone was I?
Yeah.
But it's still, it was, that was kind of a milestone for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Rhonda, how
remember
about you? Do you remember like realizing that you were, grown, you were an adult, or that you were independent, that kind of thing?
Who did you ask me? I
Yeah,
don't know who you.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear who you
No, that's
said.
fine.
I think probably, I don't know if it, I don't think it was maybe when I got married, because
Yeah.
I lived at home until I got married, and I was like only 20 years old when I got married.
Mm-hmm.
And so that really was my first true independence,
Mm-hmm.
even though, I was going to college living at home, but
Yeah.
yeah, was when I got married, I think,
Mm.
for me.
I think so too. I was 18 when I got married. And I remember, it was funny because everybody kept saying, "Oh, she's pregnant, she's pregnant." And I said, "No, I'm just a grown ass adult."
It's time.
Time. I don't regret it because I wouldn't have my girls,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think I was too when I got married. Now there's been other times in my life that I've thought, okay, like stages, like that you hit these marks. How about you?
Probably 16, almost 17. My parents let me drive up to that Milo's house in Iowa.
Oh wow. I would not let my 16-year-old
Oh.
drive to Iowa from Oklahoma.
yeah.
How about you, Jan?
I think there were two things that came to mind. One was the first wedding I went to, was my cousin's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, oh my God, her life just
Yeah.
completely changed, into
Yeah.
from being like a single college
Yeah.
student to being a wife now and having her own house. And it kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
And I guess the other time was the first apartment that I had when I first moved out on my own.
Yeah. When I first got married, I think that the reason that I don't know, the reason I think that I kind of felt independent was that it kind of freaked all my friends out. And they literally just kind of ghosted me. They just kind of disappeared.
Mm.
And I thought, okay, this is my life now. I'm an adult. I don't get to just, go to the mall with my friends or, go get ice cream or whatever. And so I think that I don't know if I think I kind of felt like I was forced to, you know, be an adult, to grow up.
Another one, probably when I turned 21 and my dad told me, "Come on, I found you a house."
In
Whoa.
other words, you moving out, son.
Yeah, get the hell out.
No more free rent.
It was kind of scary at first,
I
but it was all right.
bet. I
Mm.
bet. Ooh. Yeah. Mm.
I wouldn't live in that neighborhood now.
Okay, so number 3 is, do you remember when you realized that your parents were getting older? And some of us, things happen that they don't get that opportunity really to get older. But yeah, like I always thought my parents were so young, which they were. I had the young parents,
Mm.
but I've realized it. I mean, my mom passed away 3 years ago, but I didn't think that she was old. She didn't seem old, or, older
Mhm.
to me. And my dad, he's now, how old is dad? He'd be, ooh, 75. I think he's 75. So,
Now, how much younger was he than your mom?
a year,
76.
76. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Or he's getting ready to be 76 in March. So, I've noticed him getting older since mom died. There's been a lot of
Mm.
Mm.
change in him, and I don't know if it's mom passing or if it's just aging. He doesn't seem old, but I've noticed that he has aged. You know, like because I still don't think he's old. That's young. I mean, I don't think it's old at all.
Mhm.
Mark's mom, oh my God, like
Friday.
Friday is her like what was her like 91st birthday or something or 92nd.
Wow.
But I don't remember my dad, because of that Alzheimer's. He just kind of,
Yeah, his dad ended up with Alzheimer's and he didn't seem old. And that's how long ago's that been? Just maybe 10, maybe.
I
Yeah.
have to figure out when my sister died. It's about the same time.
But I never, and he was older than his mom, so he would be older than that if he was still alive. But he was very young, acting
Yeah,
and
he'd
looking,
be
and
about 95.
yeah, so it's crazy.
His
And like I said,
his
my
only
dad,
goal was to reach 100.
he didn't get, he made it to like
Mm.
85. So, but what about you all? Do you remember thinking that your parents were, they were aging, that they had, you know, not like over the hill, but you know what I mean? Like they had aged basically.
They can't do what they used to.
Yeah.
Mm. I think for me, I think it was one time when my dad got sick, and it wasn't anything bad, but he just couldn't shake it. Like when you get older, even a common cold lasts longer than it used to when we were kids, and that scared me.
Yeah. Yeah. If my dad gets sick, I'm a basket case. Mm. So anybody else have anything that they remember?
Well, my dad died when he was 62.
Oh, wow. That's
So
young.
that
Wow,
was
so
pretty
young.
young.
Yeah.
And my mom lived till she was 96.
Oh,
So, and my parents were older when they had me.
Mhm.
My mom was, back in the day, post World War II, if you weren't married right away, you were an old maid. Well, my mom didn't get married until she was 29 years old.
wow.
And my dad was a couple years older than her. So I kind of felt, as a kid, I kind of felt like my parents were old
Yeah.
because everybody else's parents were so much younger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And for God's sake, 40 is not old.
No.
But, as a kid, you go like, wow,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you're a lot older than everybody's parents. And they let them do a lot more than you let me do. And yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had the older parents too. My mom had me when she was 40.
Oh wow.
Mine
Oh.
too. Mine too.
Yeah, and back then, the
Well-
doctors were telling you it was too dangerous. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have a child at that age. And my mother told the doctor where to go.
Now they
Yeah.
would call it a geriatric pregnancy, and I think it's
Yeah.
like
terrible.
35 and older. They call it geriatric. We were trying to have a baby. We did in vitro, and they were like talking about, well, there'll be certain risks with a geriatric pregnancy, and I'm like, like,
Yeah.
"Ew."
What did you just say to me?
And back then, my mom called it an oopsie.
Yeah.
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 It was an oopsie pregnancy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
laugh
I heard.
about. There's this
I was
woman that
the-
lives here by us, and she's the sweetest lady, and her name is Clara. And when we moved here, her family was kind of notorious for going completely beautiful white hair, young. The males, the females, all of them would go just white. And so we got here, and she had beautiful white hair, which I didn't think that didn't make me think that she was old, but I swear to God, I thought she was 80. And she was beautiful. And I see the pictures now and I'm like, so anyway, she is now about 83. And I have been here since I was 14 and I'm 59. So she was what? 40 maybe?
Yeah.
She was around 40. And I'm thinking, oh my God, it's just so weird. But
She
she's
is
really the
so
only person
old.
that I've ever thought was old. Like before they were old. I mean, and old, I'm talking about in like 90s. I don't think of somebody
Mhm.
that's in their 70s. That's not old. I mean, even '80s is just, getting older, but I don't think of it as old. So anyway,
What I think of as old keeps moving out as
yes,
I
As
yeah,
we get older, yep.
age.
yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay, so number 4, do you remember when you heard a song that you hadn't heard forever, that it came on the radio or whatever, and you were just instantly back to another decade? It was like a time machine without permission, like seriously, like not just, oh, that song reminds me of so and so, or that was our favorite song. No, I'm talking about that you can full on remember what you were doing, who you were with, and everything just because of a song, and it was decades ago. Anybody have that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Um,
it happens all the time
yeah, I was
to
gonna
me
say.
Yeah.
because I
It
love
does for a
listening
lot of
to oldies, and I can remember what year in high school I was, or what year in junior high I was, and
Yeah.
they played that at the 8th grade dance. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember it all the time.
Mhm.
I think that's so cool though, that music can transport us like that, that I wonder if, if I mean that's kind of why I put it on there, was like I wonder if it happens to everybody or if it's just people that really like music, or, I don't know. But music has always been such a big part of my life. So, what about you? Do you have any songs that just
Well,
immediately?
I remember when it came out, but I didn't hear it for a long time. Norman Greenbaugh, "Spirit in the Sky."
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
They didn't play it
yeah.
for a long time. Then they start now I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But that was like his only big song.
The one song
Mhm.
that always I immediately have so many memories associated with is Crimson and Clover. You remember that?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that's because I wasn't supposed to. I don't know what. I listen to it now, and I always, of course, it was my favorite song because my mom didn't want me to listen to it, but I cannot figure out why she didn't want me to look or to listen to it. But she thought that it was just like, you know, a little sexy, and she didn't want her
Oh.
her child watching or listening to that song. So of course you know, I have all these memories of me and certain friends like playing it really quiet, like hiding under the bed listening to it on the transistor radio or something.
It's like your parents didn't want you watching Love
Yeah,
Boat.
my parents didn't let me watch Love Boat either. Thanks.
Yep.
See, my mom was like, sweet, Love Boat's on. Then
Yeah.
there's Fantasy Island. I got an hour off.
Yeah. But they were the where we lived at, we the house that we lived in, I tell people all the time that it was Frank Phillips with Phillips Oil. It was his first mansion, and it wasn't set up for families. It was set up for parties. And so the bedroom that I had like a glass door between it and the den or living room or whatever.
Mhm.
And they would watch Love Boat and Fantasy Island. And so if I just kind of twisted that door just right, I could see the reflection of
Reflection.
it and hear it. So I always did. I don't know I mean, what was wrong with Love Boat? I mean, I guess, I don't know.
I used to watch that with my
Mhm.
parents.
I
Yeah.
know. I
They
was
would
gonna
watch
say
it.
What
my
gets
mom would
me
remind me it was on. Yeah, your
Yeah.
Love Boat's on.
what gets me is that I would watch General Hospital with my grandma. I mean, General Hospital was probably way
Way
more.
worse.
My mom, yeah, I used to watch Dr. Phil with my mom. I mean, it'd be like, I never thought
Uh,
anything. Of course, my mom wasn't very restrictive on what we watched. It was kind of like, yeah, got a
Yeah.
problem. Let's talk it out.
yeah. Okay, how about number 5? Do you remember when you first found out that someone that you loved wasn't the person that you thought they were?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, deep, huh?
Oh, yeah. Ninth grade, I think. So-
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, high school, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. High school's tough. Man. don't know why my fans.
It's like it's taking off.
I know it. My fans going on. I think it's because I've got this. Oh, there. That's why. I've got the hole plugged up on it. I had a card that was covering up the vent. It'll quit in a little bit. Yeah, it's Scientology coming after me in their spaceship.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Xenu. He knows a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. The first time, I know that the first time that somebody let me down, and I guess they were still a good person, but the first person that ever let me down was this guy that worked with my dad, and he was young. I mean, I was probably 14, all of 14, but I was very mature for 14. I truly was. He was probably 18, maybe 19, and I just always thought that we were going to get married when I got old enough. And he would say, as soon as you turn 16 or whatever, I'm going to ask you out. And when you turn 18, I'm going to marry you. And I was just like, oh, I was just in love with this guy. And I mean, he was a great guy. He really was. But the little rat bastard went and got married.
And not to you.
And not to me. And oh my word, I took to my bed. I'm not kidding.
Aw.
I was so upset. And I seriously, he came out to Oklahoma to visit us, and they had divorced, and I still wouldn't speak to him. And I was 17 by that point. I'm still mad. I'm still mad at him. I can just remember thinking, I mean, he brought her to meet us, and he said his wife, and I'm just like,
Oh no.
oh my word. Ugh, little jerk. How about you? Oh, I could think of somebody.
My ex-wife.
Your ex-wife. You should have asked me.
I didn't know you real good.
I know. It's so funny because I knew his now ex-wife before he knew her. And she was interesting. She did a lot of drugs and a lot of men. And whenever they met, she had really, bless her heart, she had really cleaned herself up. She was, a nurse. She was, clean and sober. She was really, really, and I say to this day, I know she loved him, but she couldn't fight the addiction. The addiction was too strong, and she ended up back on drugs. So yeah.
Yeah, got arrested and then OD.
Yeah. Yeah, she got arrested a lot, and then she actually committed suicide because the guy that she married after Mark died from an overdose, and then so she did that too. But yeah,
That
poor
was a
Mark.
while after we got divorced, though.
Yeah, it was a while. It was a long time. But yeah, that would be. I knew exactly who you were gonna say. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly. But bless her heart, I really, to this day, I don't. I told him when she died, I said, listen, if you mourn her, that is fine with me. We weren't his marriage to her didn't have anything to do with his marriage to me. And I liked her. She even worked for me for a while at this
I didn't
beauty
really
shop
like
I had. Yeah.
I didn't like the kids.
He didn't like her kids. They were kind of little brats, but it's kind of funny because her son still talks to me. And he's really nice now.
Probably gotten better now. But
Yeah,
the daughter was bad.
Yeah, they were. They were bad. But, they didn't have any upbringing. So, but yeah. But you tried, and she tried. I knew who he was going to say, but I don't have anything bad to say about her because as far as, ill will, because I know she did love him. She just couldn't fight the drugs. So, how about any of the rest of you guys? Anybody that turned out to be something different than you thought?
Yeah, I think the first one for me
Yeah.
was my mother.
Really?
Yeah, she kind of had a twisted sense of humor.
Mm.
And because I was the oops, My brother, there's a big age gap between me and my brothers. And my parents were very active with them when they were younger. And by the time I came around, they were tired and they didn't want to do all those things with me. So, when you're little and you come home with these projects from like first grade or second grade, and you have to draw a picture of your family and label how old they are and who they are and how old they are. Well, she gave me some bullshit answers that I think I was 5 or 6. What do I know? I didn't know they were bullshit answers.
Yeah.
So I did my project and I went to school, and the teacher was kind of sarcastic. She was a little nasty.
Yeah.
About, can you use some, the implication was, does that make any common sense to you? I was 6 years old. What the hell did I know? I don't have common sense. When you're 6, you don't have common sense.
Yeah.
I'm like,
your mom told you it.
Yeah, if your mom told you, then you didn't give it
and
thought.
she purposely gave me these bullshit answers, and like I wound up being humiliated in front of my whole class. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Goodness.
Yeah, that was mom.
Yeah. Goodness. Anybody else got one?
What was the question again?
The one that the one you answered. the one that I pretty much answered for you.
I got another one kind of like that, but it ain't bad.
What?
I remember when I was 6 years old in first grade, my dad came to school to tell me I had a little sister, and I told him to take it back.
Told you it was a boy.
It ended up being a girl, and I didn't want it.
Awesome.
He has 3 sisters. Him and then 3 sisters. But they did. They told him all through the pregnancy that it was a boy. They had pretty much promised him a brother. And so the dad comes to school and says, "You got a sister." And he was serious. Take it back.
I think she's still
I love that.
But she is the mouthiest.
Yeah,
she's
she
kind of
is.
like Susie.
We're a year apart. I said, I'm younger than his baby sister. So, yeah. Okay, how about number 6? Do you remember when you heard some news that stopped you in your tracks and you just listened? Like, you couldn't do anything but just listen to the news. Just sit there.
I think it was 8th grade when John F. Kennedy was killed.
Oh, wow. God.
And we were in 8th grade science class. And we just, you're speechless.
Yeah.
And they put the news, I don't know if it was Walter Cronkite, I don't remember who it was, on the speaker, the loudspeaker that went through the whole school.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And yeah, to me, that was the very first time, I think. And also to know that, things have changed.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that would be a moment too that you would know that the world has changed. Yeah. Oh, I know that I got obsessed with the World Trade Center deal, with the September 11th thing, and with the ensuing coverage of the troops. We had multiple friends, family members and friends that were deployed, and so I would get up at 6 a.m. and watch the news. It was on the entire day, and this went on for months and months, that I just was obsessed with it. I finally had to make myself stop watching, because it wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy. But I can't imagine. I make no secret that I don't like Trump, but I would not want to I wouldn't want him to be assassinated. I don't want, I don't want that. I don't think it, God, that's the president kind of thing. And I just can't imagine the innocence of the time too. And for Kennedy to have been assassinated. Now we've got so much meanness, and it's so known because of the internet that I don't think it would be as shocking, but I can't imagine that. And I saw somebody else
Mhm.
said Martin Luther King's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
I
That's
remember like it was back when CNN was before they were CNN and
yeah.
before they were 24/7,
Mhm.
but they were broadcasting pictures from Jim Jones and everybody that had passed. And
Yeah.
gosh, I want to say that was late 80s, mid
Yeah.
80s.
I can't remember exactly.
And
Like it's
yeah,
86 or something like that.
but
80. I
I
just
just
read that
remember
the other
that
day.
that was the first time the outside world came into my living room.
Mhm.
And I mean, that was something I
And they
was
showed all those
obsessed
bodies
with.
laying there,
Yeah. Oh,
all.
yeah.
God.
And
Yeah, that was
that was kind of the first thing where, the outside world came in.
mhm. I remember when Elvis died, and I mean, I was little, and I started bawling, and my mom was like, I was homesick. And so I was laying on the couch and I was sick and I started crying about it. And she's like, kind of like, I didn't know you were that big a fan. You know? But I said, but we're sick and we can't go to the store and they're going to run out of records before we could get there. What I would give to be that naive again, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, very funny. How about you? Do you remember anything that just like stopped you in your tracks?
Yeah. When the television would go off at like 12 or 1 in the morning,
12.
play the national anthem and the jets
I'm
fly
talking
by.
about something a little more
Mhm.
serious than that. Like this is like,
And the ants fighting came on,
yeah.
that static screen, ants
Kids nowadays,
fighting.
they don't know
Yeah,
nothing
they don't
about
have a
that.
clue. Even my
Mm.
daughters don't have a clue. Mm. How about you, Jan? You got anything that just like
Aside from 9/11, I remember when I was in elementary school, something happened to a family down the street
oh,
where there was the father of the family he worked in Manhattan and he was in an Italian restaurant having lunch and there was a shooting in the restaurant and he was killed. And that really brought it home. It wasn't just something you saw on TV. I mean, this happened to the family down the street. And I'm like, oh my
yeah,
God, what are they going to do without the father? That was like, I think the first family I'd known that there were the father wasn't there.
yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, how are they going to survive?
yeah. Oh, that's scary. Mm.
Hmm.
So let's see. Whoops, not that one. Okay, number 7. Do you remember when you realized that you were the oldest adult in the room, or at your job, or in the family, that kind of thing? Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much
Couple
every
years
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last job.
Mhm.
Um, I was having lunch with some coworkers and they didn't realize how old I was. They thought I was closer to their age.
Yeah.
So when I told them how old I was, they were shocked. And this one girl just blurts out, "You're older than my mother."
I've heard that.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm, I
Yep.
felt very old the other day. I think that this was probably the first time that I really thought, "Sheesh, I'm getting old." Because I was at the post office. It was right before Christmas, and I was at the post office, and there was this very attractive man standing in front of me, and oh, he smelled so good and everything. And I always say I'm married, but I am not blind. I can still tell
Mhm.
when it's an attractive person. Females too. I mean, I'll think, God, she's beautiful or whatever. I just notice these things. But anyway, I kept watching this guy. I mean, not like staring at him like some kind of weirdo, but like, I would find reasons to look that way as we stood in the long line. And all at once, like he like turned, and I mean, I'm really appreciating the view, really. And he turns to the side a little bit, and I could immediately tell who his daddy is.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, "Ugh, you weird old lady."
Oh.
This kid is like, he could have, I mean, granted, he's like 42, but
Yeah.
to me, I was just like, "Oh," I wanted to just like wash my mind out with soap.
Or you remember the last time you saw them, they were 5 years old, and then it's like,
Yes.
oh my God, you're 45?
Yeah, he walked out of the post office whenever he got, and he looks at me and he says, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi," and I thought, "Oh shit, he recognizes me," you know. And whenever I kind of turned and I looked at my daughter and I said, "Is that Lisa's son?" Because Lisa, the mom was actually a friend of ours. She's since passed from breast cancer, but I knew the dad too. But I mean, I knew who he was because he is identical to his dad, And so I was just like, ugh. But I told Megan, I said, from now on, if we go in anywhere in public, I'm keeping my eyes to the ground. I'm not looking up. So how about you, Marky? You remember being the oldest anywhere?
Yeah, I am still at work that way.
All these
And
young
I used to
kids.
always be the youngest one at work.
Yeah. He's got all these bosses, and it seems like there's about 20 of them. There's not, but it feels like it. And they're, to me, I still think of them as being about 20, but they're really what, in their 40s?
50.
Now, really? But they just, I mean, we've been married for over 20 years, so yeah. I thought of them as like they were probably in their 30s when we got married.
May have been.
But I feel so sorry for Mark because they're like, the boss. And that's just seems like it would be hard to be like bossed around by people that you could be their father.
They don't give me no flack, hardly though.
No, they don't. They're afraid he'll quit.
Yep.
They are afraid. They're like, we will do whatever you want. Do not retire. Do not retire. So how about anybody else got anything? When you were the oldest one?
I think when my mother passed away, and now I'm the matriarch of the family.
Yeah.
That's a rude awakening.
Mm-hmm. I know, and like when we go to eat, I always sit by my dad. Like if family goes to eat, I always sit by my dad, and I think probably everybody thinks I'm my mom because we look alike, So I'm just like, God, it is a strange feeling when your mom's gone and you know that, like, it's you now. Besides my dad, and I've got a couple aunts and uncles, but everybody else, and even my cousins keep dying off. And so I am really, at the top of the age ladder here with my family. I mean,
At least I still got 2 cousins older than me.
yeah, but you don't have to
Same age,
see them
though.
very often. Yeah, they're all the same age within a couple months. But yeah, I don't know. It's a strange feeling. It's just a strange feeling whenever, like when my mom died and she always did like at Thanksgiving, she always made the gravy and she always made the dressing or stuffing, whatever you call it. And then all of a sudden she was gone and it was like, oh, what do we do now? So I just had to, she actually taught me how to make her gravy a couple years before she died, and she said that mine was better than hers. It wasn't, but she said that, which gave me a little bit of, courage to try it. And then my oldest daughter this year, she made the dressing. It wasn't the same, and I was almost glad that it wasn't anything the same. She didn't try to be the same, she and I said, yeah, let's do it different because there's too much. You're gonna mess it up, and then it's gonna be like that wasn't very good. This way we can go. That was really good because it was really good. It was just different. So
We don't let her make pumpkin pie though.
she keeps burning them, and then we don't have any pumpkin pie, which is fine with me. But everybody else is like, oh, no pumpkin pie. Okay, this is another kind of age-related one. So, do you remember when you noticed that young people no longer saw you as young. Which, Jan, you got lucky because they thought you were young. So at least that.
Yeah, a bunch of my work thought I was younger than I was too.
Yeah, they don't. They're
Yeah.
like, how old, kind of thing. Yeah.
See, I get that a lot too. They don't think I'm as old as I am, and it's just like,
Yeah. Most people don't think I'm as old as I am, except for Reese, who thinks I'm older than I am.
Well, she doesn't count.
No.
well, yeah, but
I'm
you
like,
know,
man, I'll take it. If I, I'll take it. Everybody said, just start claiming that age and being like, I look
Yeah.
good, 73. You know,
but come
I
on,
think it's
she's a,
young. I don't know why that's an insult. I mean, I didn't
I
take it as an insult. I was
know.
just like, she knows I'm not 7. What is she?
Well, to her it is, and that
well,
goes with
yeah,
yeah,
how she thinks.
I
yeah.
always
she's
thought
a
people were 5 years
do-over.
older than me, so I'd be about right.
Huh?
She's
Yeah,
a
but she
total
was married
do-over.
to a guy 92 years old, for gosh sakes.
60 years older
Yeah,
than
you
her.
think she'd have some kind of reference?
Well,
Yeah.
I think that she thinks the men get more distinguished, but the women need put out to pasture. So
Mm. Wait till her pasture comes up.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Your day's coming, sweetheart. Your day's coming.
Yeah.
So, does anybody remember whenever people thought you weren't so young anymore? The young people thought you weren't young? I think that,
Yeah, my granddaughter thinks I'm old now.
yeah,
Mm.
she'll say, he's how old? It's Netta. She's what, 9?
9.
She's 9, and she'll go, how old's grandpa? And I told her, and she's like, oh my God. Yeah. And he's like, how old are you? And I told her, and she's like, I go, hey. Then she's like, how old were you when you had my mom? I was 20. So yeah, it's funny. I don't know. My daughters, they say that they don't feel like that I'm as old as I am. Like they know the numbers, but they don't. They don't. They think I should be like their age, but they know they're their age, so it's not possible. But I think people are younger. I think they're younger now. I don't think that we
Mhm.
age, you know,
Yeah.
like people used to. Because I think that, I can remember my grandmother being in her 60s, and she was always, kind of old. I mean, not always, but she was definitely older then. And I see somebody now that's in their 60s, and it doesn't seem like it at all. And I don't think it's all because I'm getting older. I think that it's because we're aging
This way,
different.
it's coming.
I know. Ugh. My grandson, he was about, what, 5? And
He may have been 4. but Yeah.
he's 4 or 5, and I had a cane, and I can't remember why I had the cane. I had to have hurt my foot or something. And
That's when you broke your foot.
yeah,
Or
it
whatever.
was like the second time. I broke
Yeah.
my foot like 3 times. But so anyway, he got my cane, and he like gets it, and he's holding it in his little hand, and he's all hunkered over, and he's like, "I'm a little old lady." And he's
Oh
walking like he's imitating.
no.
I just looked at him, and
It
I
was
thought
funny.
it was funny, but now he goes, "Grandma, you're not old." I'm like, "You just keep saying that, buddy.
You're
You
just
just
short.
keep saying it." Yeah, he just says I'm short because he's like 6'6", and he's like a foot taller than me, literally. So, ugh, goodness. So number 10 on this part of it is: do you remember where you were when you realized the best moments of your life were ordinary moments at the time? They weren't extraordinary moments at the time, but now they seem like the best times.
I mean, like where or when?
Yeah, where or when, just, or
Um,
things that, or even memories. Do you have memories now that they weren't that big a deal at the time, but they mean the world to you now? That kind of a thing.
oh, we all have memories like that. I mean,
Mhm.
like remembering Christmases, I 1978 or 75, you see a photograph of all of us kids lined up in our brand new jammies in front of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And at the time, we're like poking and pitching and kicking and, but we got the smile pasted on but we're, all fighting in the
Mhm.
background. And that's probably, one of the best memories I have is like if you only knew what was going on behind the camp,
Mhm.
And that's
behind the
part of what makes it
nightgowns.
so good, though, is the memory of what was
Yeah.
actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of those kind of memories too. I think we all do. That's what this whole thing is kind of designed for, is just to get you thinking about those things, kind of take us out of what's going on in the world now and think, about easier times, happier times even. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah, from a poet says, every moment should be extraordinary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Indigo says,
true.
"Oh my God, Jan, you're really pretty.
Thank you.
Love your hair, so cute." I love her hair too. I love her hair.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine was 1992 when I went on that overseas tour or vacation with my uncle to Germany and Switzerland.
Wow.
And then in 95, I wasn't married. So,
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
and then
single.
95, when I went on the D-Day tour, that was a big one.
Yeah, but those were pretty extraordinary things. But I will tell you that that's the biggest memories of his life because he tells me constantly. I get so jealous because he's always telling me about these places that he's been that I want to be, I want to go. And I'm like, I know. You told me.
I've heard it 20 times already this
20 would be
year.
like a very big little estimate. I've probably been told 20 times this year.
This year, yeah.
It was
Seriously.
a big memory.
It was. Yeah, I miss and love the memories of just stupid things that we did with my brother and sister. And I don't my brother doesn't really talk to me anymore, and so I I think about all these things that we used to do together that they're like nothing. It's like they're nothing, like really, but they are memories that I cherish now just because of the fact that he doesn't talk to me. So
I know you cherished all those vacations we take when my sister tags along.
we've been taking one of his sisters, not the one that was supposed to be a boy, but another one. He's been going with us on vacation, and he's always teasing me because
She gripes because she's not married anymore and she got no one to go with her.
and she might be watching you gripe about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She watches the channel. Hi, Karen. I always tease her that her name is Karen.
Ew.
Quite unfortunate naming, but yeah, we love her. She's great. I love her, and I really like that I have a relationship. He's got two sisters left. One of them passed away, but I loved her a lot, and but I'm blessed to have a relationship with his sisters because I don't have my sister. My sister died in 96, and then my brother doesn't talk. Neither one of my brothers talk to me right now. It's all over politics. It's stupid.
It was kind of funny there a while back. I didn't talk to my sisters there for a
Yeah,
while.
isn't that weird how families do? Ugh. But yeah, but I love having. I'm making memories with his sisters because I don't have mine. So we're a little bit over an hour and 20 minutes. So we're gonna go into the last section. There's only 10, and this is the lightly spicy edition. So number one, did you ever stay in a relationship just because it was familiar or convenient? I did
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did too. My
It,
first husband, honestly, we either should have made it 60, 70 years or been divorced at about 4. You know what I mean? Like we either
mhm.
should have figured our crap out and made it or threw in the towel a long time. We were married 17 years. So yeah. Yeah. What about you? Well, you didn't stay in the relationship with You better not say me.
Yeah, probably that. Way back.
Oh, that other girlfriend? Yeah. I think we all have those first love kind of things that it just,
Yeah.
especially if the families start being involved, like it's really hard.
Sorry, guys.
You're fine. Anybody else got one that you want to talk about that you stayed in a relationship that just because it was familiar?
Sorry. Mom face.
Okay. Number 2. Did any of you ever have a crush on somebody that was completely inappropriate? Like,
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How much time you got?
Yeah, really.
Mine would have probably been the guy that turned into a rat bastard and married that woman. And, he always said that he liked, I'm going to gripe about him a minute. He always said he liked really, he liked it that I was very girly, but I was also a tomboy, but I, makeup and jewelry and, dress like a girl and all this stuff. And the woman he married was a cop and looked like a man. When he first brought her, I thought, what? I'd really, because when I met her, she had like the vest on and everything. So there was no figure to be seen, So she literally looked like a man. And I was just like, ugh. So that was probably my inappropriate crush because he was married for part of it. But how about the rest of you?
Yeah, somebody that was older.
Yeah.
Too old. Yeah.
Old. Yeah. I think that we do that. And I don't know. Now they'll say that it's like, that you have daddy issues, but I never thought of these guys that were older than me. I never thought of them as any kind of a father figure or anything. I just didn't think that they were like as old as, I don't know. I just didn't see it. I did date one guy that I didn't know. I was 16 and I was dating this guy that he hung around with us all the time. I just assumed that he was a little bit older than me. Like I figured he was probably 19 or 20, Come to find out he's 28. Yeah. And I had dated him for probably 3 or 4 months whenever I finally started thinking about when he said he graduated and everything and putting, a little math to it. And I went home and I told my mom and she goes, well, you just went on your last date with him. And I'm like, but I didn't know. I really did not know. I just assumed because he hung around with all these young kids. I'm like, kind of creepy now. When I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Marilee says, does Tom Ellis, the actor, count? Poet says, my 10-year disaster of a marriage. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay. Did you ever pretend to like something just because someone that you liked it? Like either a good friend of yours or a boy, or a girl, whatever. Like, did you pretend to like anything just because someone else did?
I tried.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, I'd say when we were like about 14 or 15, and she really liked this one musician, and she was more popish, poppy,
Yeah.
pop music, and I was more AC/DC.
Yeah.
I was like, it was just like, how can you listen to that? But I
Yeah.
would pretend I would like it because
Yeah.
she was my friend. I didn't want her to I wanted her to enjoy her music, but
Mhm.
I liked mine better.
I did that with the guy that married the cop. I pretended to like all of his country music, and I'm not a big fan of country music. And I like some things, the old like Patsy Cline kind of thing. But
Mhm.
he would always play this country music, and I would just be like, ugh,
Yeah.
Oh my God. because I rode with him to these rodeos like 4 times a week. I mean, I was with him all the time.
Oh.
And so, and like, what was up with my parents letting me ride with this old guy? Knowing he was cute, how do you put your kid in there with this? They always did send my brother and made him sit between us.
You were chaperoned.
Yeah, I guess. I would have rather had the dog than the brother, though. But yeah, I pretended to like his music. Did you ever pretend to like anything because someone else did?
Not really. Nope.
You never pretended to like mushrooms or carrots or anything?
No.
No.
Still to this day, I don't pretend on that.
No, I don't think he really pretend to like. He's pretty like upfront with his likes and dislikes. He's not one to. I don't think that you would have been. I don't think that Mark would have ever been like peer pressured into anything. Like he grew up. He graduated in '75, and yet he didn't smoke pot, and he didn't really drink, and he
I was a dud.
he's a nerd.
Didn't like girls. I like cars.
Yeah, he was all about his hot rods. So he had the Camaros and hot rodding them around. He would go to like these Super Chevy shows and everything. And he's got a car. He's still got one. It's a purple Camaro that he bought in '92. Right, bought it literally off the showroom floor. And so
Oh.
we're wanting to kind of work on it and get it kind of fixed back up. His ex-wife kind of tore some stuff up on it, and so we're wanting to get it fixed up whenever he retires, and then maybe we can go to those shows, and
I don't even
have
know if
some
they
fun.
got them anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah, I just wondered if anybody, pretended to like things. I mean, I guess mostly it's music.
I do it now. I do it
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
shh, don't tell him. My husband, I love him, but he has made me, he makes the world's worst etouffee. He's from down south, and he makes the world's worst etouffee. I love etouffee, but I smell it when he's cooking it. I want to vomit. So I fake eat it. I push it around on the plate, and then I walk out in the kitchen to get something, and some of it goes in the disposal. And then I walk back and I push it around on the plate, and then I fake eat.
What is etouffee?
It's like it's like a Louisiana dish. It's when done right, it's very good.
Yeah.
But when Bob does it, it's not. Bless his heart. But it's like shellfish or crawfish, shrimp, in like a butter. It's like a brown sauce. It's made with like browned butter and flour with it's like how else do you describe it? I mean,
It's not really a gravy, but it is kind of like a
no,
gravy.
it's
It's like a sauce.
it's made with a roux.
Like a roux. Yeah. A
Yeah.
roux.
And it's divine when it's made right.
Yeah.
But
We was just
Bob
talking about
doesn't
that
make it
today.
right.
We were talking about that. Mark was like, I've been wanting some of that. So I
Yeah.
don't know how to
Um,
make it. I could probably do it. I've got all my Paula Deen cookbooks. I could probably figure it out, but I don't know. I'm really weird about trying stuff that I haven't done before. So
Well,
yeah.
you don't invite Bob to make it for you. What? Trust you know. And if he didn't, because when COVID was going on, he was
Mhm.
home a lot more because he wasn't traveling for work as much. And so he made it every dang day for a month. And
Oh,
so, and then if it wasn't etouffee, it was gumbo. And I
Yeah.
love gumbo. I love gumbo, but not every day for a month.
Yeah.
I
So
couldn't-
when
I couldn't
time.
do it.
When I
One
smell
time.
him making stuff, it's like, oh my God, I gotta fake eat tonight. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Mark
fake
made
eat.
he made chili one time, and I couldn't even fake it. Like, I gagged. I don't know what he would, and I don't know what he would have done to it. I mean, it wasn't anything wrong. Like, there was
Mhm.
nothing wrong with the meat, that kind of thing.
It was good to me.
He loved it, and I told the girls, "Don't eat it. Do not eat it." Like, I
You just
literally heaved.
push it around, push it around.
I didn't even do that. I'm just like, "I can't eat that." And I've told him that. I mean, obviously, he's sitting here, and I'm like, "I don't know why." Because, I mean, even if it wasn't, like, my favorite chili or whatever, I've eaten a lot of different people's chili.
Hmm.
And so, I don't know what I don't want him to try again, though. I'm scared.
Aw.
I don't
Oh, I hear you.
Mm. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what? It says, did you ever dramatically not care, quote unquote, not care while totally caring about something? Like, did you ever be like, I don't care? Like, very dramatically be like, I don't care what they're, whatever. But really, you did care?
Well, I
I
think
do it all the
everybody's
time.
done that. Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care what the trolls say. And on some level, I don't, but I do. I don't like if somebody doesn't like me, I'm okay with that. If somebody lies about me, I'm not okay with that because I'm like, I want to defend myself, And so, you know, whenever things went south with Reese or whatever, when she would lie about me, that I would just be like feeling like I absolutely had to defend myself, and so I've had that in the last couple of weeks where I felt like I had to defend myself or defend my mods. Like, I will defend my mods or my friends, or my husband, whatever. Somebody I care about way more strenuously than I would ever defend myself. But yeah, with me, I do it all the time. So do any of the rest of you do that? Say you don't care, but you really do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on who I'm around at the
Yeah.
time, that makes a
Mhm.
difference.
Yeah. I love your hair, by the way. I've been going to tell you that for the whole time we've been sitting here. I think your hair is beautiful.
Who,
Everybody's
me?
got yes, you.
Mhm.
I absolutely love your hair.
Oh, thank you. It's all natural curl.
See, I had curly. I had like stick straight hair my whole life. And then this last time that I had chemo, it came back really curly. And I loved it. And then one day it fell out. It hadn't been curly since. And it
Wow.
won't even hold the curl. Like, I can use my curling iron or something. And when I take the curling iron off, it'll have like a curl. And then within 5 minutes, it's straight as a stick again. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And I wish mine was straight.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
No. It's gorgeous. I love it.
Oh,
very
thank you.
I like it a lot. You all have pretty hair. I'm just like, mine's in that icky, I'm trying to grow it out stage, and it's like, I need to cut it, but if you cut it, then you got to go through this again. So, yeah, I'm just trying not to.
Headbands.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I have a lot of little barrettes and everything because it's just a mess, but yeah.
No,
Okay.
good.
So number 5 is, who said that? Oh, Indigo says that they wish their hair was curly. I wish mine was again. Yeah. Indigo says, I am too blunt. I could say I don't care, and then my face would betray me. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Okay, number 5. Did you ever rehearse a breakup or an argument, but a breakup speech in your head and then completely mess it up in real life?
Oh, yeah.
I always do. Do you ever do that? You don't rehearse anything in your head? Like, I'm going to tell Susie that she's going to blah, blah, blah. I bet you do. All the way home, you're like, I'm going to tell her she better quit shopping.
I rehearse it in the car.
Yeah.
Not in my head, but in the car.
Yeah,
I rehearse
however.
it.
I do that all the time. I'm an overthinker, so I'm like, I have I have one complete arguments with Mark, and he wasn't even here to actually, do any argument. And the thing is I will give him like, I play both parts. And so I'm such a control freak that I have to give him good arguments too, because I mean, he doesn't have good comebacks and it's too easy. So I'm like, meh, meh, meh. But then I have in my head him saying, meh, 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 and I'm like, oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
I think she has those in her dreams too.
And he never puts it
Right
together.
about
He would never put it together.
Yeah. Oh Lord. He also says that when I get sleepy, I speak Spanish. So I cuss him out in Spanish.
come home from work and you're like, "Wow, you did this and this." No, I didn't. You dreamed it. You deny that?
No, I do that a lot. I have very vivid dreams. Today I said, I had a dream last night that we bought a new house. I think I really
Why are we still here?
Yeah, well, we were in town and I don't know what made me think of it. I know what it was. We were going to Goodwill because I was donating a bunch of stuff, and I thought I'm gonna go in there and see if they've got anything that I want to put in the new house. And then I was like, we didn't buy a new house. That was a dream. And I was like, we didn't. I dreamed last night we bought a new house. And he said, was it bigger? And I'm like, yep, it was bigger. Because we had a great big house and we decided that we didn't need a great big house. So we downsized from like 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2 living areas, a formal dining room, all that, to 3 small bedrooms, 1 living room, not even a formal dining room. It's in the kitchen, but it's a separate space, but it's not, divided.
And we have to see it almost every day.
And yeah, we sold the house that we had to our daughter, which is right next door. So there's the perfect house that we wanted, We sold it to them because they had 5 kids and they needed a big house, and we didn't have it. We had dogs, but no kids.
We only had 4 there.
Well, they only had 4, but I knew they were going to have another one. I mean, they weren't pregnant, but I knew that they were going to be pregnant.
A
So,
little mean demon.
but yeah, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that rehearses arguments, because yeah. But so if they ever sound like I have really planned it out, it's because I have really planned it out. That's absolutely why it sounds that way.
Most of them.
Okay, number 6. Whatever. Did you ever swear to somebody that you would keep a secret and then immediately told that one person?
No, I'm really good about keeping secrets.
Are you? I am too,
Mm.
on almost everything. The only person that I ever tell anything to, and that's like rare, but would be Mark. There's been some things that I have, but it's because I know that I'm going to have to explain this down the road when it's no longer a secret. It's usually something my brother has done. And he's like, you can't tell anybody. You can't tell. I'm like, I won't tell anybody. And then I'm like, click. Hey, Mark.
The worst one was your mom.
The one about keeping secrets. My mom could not keep a secret. She'd tell you she couldn't keep a secret. You would tell her something and she would immediately tell whoever, like the first person. And my mom, if I told her something, I love her to death. She was just so naive about things. But if I told her something, then she 100% believed me. But then if somebody walked in and told her the opposite, she 100% believed them. And then if somebody walked in and told her something else, she 100% believed them. And she knew it. She knew she did that. And so, yeah, you could never tell my mom a secret if it was a secret, because she would tell. Always.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I used to walk into the room when my mom was on the phone, and hear her just spilling her guts about my life, everything that happened to me.
Oh,
I'm like, who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah.
Why are you blabbing about everything that happens to me? That's none of anybody's business.
Yeah.
Wouldn't phase her at all. She'd just keep going.
Yeah. My mom, like she wouldn't tell like other people, but she would like tell, like if I said something, she'd tell Mark, if I told her something, she'd tell Mark. If Mark said something, she'd tell me. I mean, like you couldn't trust her to tell, to not tell. I would never tell her what I got anybody for Christmas because she'd tell them. She would. I mean, it would slip or something, but she would tell them. Or I would say, "Don't tell Brian." That's my brother. But he really upset me when he XYZ, whatever it was, because there's been a lot. And she'd be like, "I'm not going to tell him. I just want you two to work it out." And I said, "Well, we will work it out, Mom, but I don't want you to talk to him. We need to work it out." He would call me 10 minutes later. Mom called. And I'm like,
Yeah, of course she did.
yeah, of course she did. Absolutely. Yeah. And I was always the one my brother would call. He kind of there for a while. He would get arrested for things like nothing big, just stupid stuff, and I mean never drugs or anything like that, just stupid stuff. And anyway, he would be like, "Don't tell." And I'm like, "It's Thanksgiving and you're not going to be here for dinner. You think that Mom and Dad's not going to notice that? That you're just not here?" No. So I would have to be the one that went and told the secret. And so then they'd be like, "Susie can't keep a secret." I'm like, "It was Thanksgiving. I'm not going to tell him that he's in jail. We need to go get him out." Good Lord. Yeah, I can keep a secret though. Can't I?
You can?
Please. I can keep secrets most of the time. But yeah, if I do tell anybody, it's him.
Right.
So
Little troublemaker next door is good at keeping secrets. You wouldn't-
yeah, it's so funny because you can always tell if Veta has a secret or knows something that she's not really sure she's supposed to tell or something. Because you can ask her like they're homeschooled, and so like if they didn't do their homeschooling that day, like I mean, she could change the subject or the schedule every day. I mean, they're homeschooled. They
Mhm.
can do math all week if they want to, and then the next week do all English or however they want to do it. But anyway, so if one of us says, "Well, did you get your schoolwork done today?" and she'll go, "I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember." Or "You're not getting another dog, are you?" "I don't know. I don't know. I need to run home and see what Mom's doing." Or she'll be like, "Can you call Mom?" And while I'm sitting there, she'll say, "Mom, can I tell Grandma that secret?" A lot of times she's already done it, and like she'll tell me, we're gonna do, whatever it is, and she'll say, "Mom, can I tell Grandma the secret?" And Megan will say, "Yeah," and she'll say, "Good, because I already did."
Oh, that's so cute.
So she will either keep a secret, till the very end, or she won't keep it at all. I mean, we don't know yet, but I mean, 9, she's working on it, Okay. So number 7 is, did you ever really do somebody dirty, but not realize it until years later? Like, did you ever do something to somebody that you really didn't see that it was a bad thing at the time, but years later you're like, "Oh, that wasn't good." Or even weeks later or whatever, just, later.
No, I can't
No.
think of anything. I'm a really nice person. So I
Yeah,
don't
me too.
do mean
Me
things.
too. Yeah.
I really thought about this one a lot because I punched into Chat GPT to get this section of them because I really wanted, things that I wasn't just, thinking about what my answers would be. But this one really did get me because this one time in my life, I know I did somebody completely dirty and it has bothered me ever since. And I was, I think, my senior year in high school, and my boyfriend and I broke up right before prom, which is my first husband actually. So we dated when I was in high school, and then, well, he was too, and then married right out of high school. But anyway, so we broke up. I mean, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 days before prom. And this guy that was in one of my classes, he was kind of nerdy, not real popular, but I loved him. I thought he was one of my best friends. But anyway, so he says, "Well, I'll take you," because I was like, "I'm not going alone. I'm not going alone. I'm just not." And he goes, "Well, I'll take you," and I was like, "Okay," So we planned to go together. Night before the prom, me and the boyfriend get back together, and I broke
Oh.
the date with the nice guy.
Aw.
And I was so wrapped up in myself at the time, honestly, 16, 17 years old, that I didn't even realize how awful that was until probably about 20 years ago. And I have tried to find him ever since then, just to apologize, and I can't find him. I can't find him anywhere. So I don't know if if he's died or if he's moved off to somewhere or what, but I'm always like, if I see some of the people that he was friends with, I'll be like, "Have you heard anything from Gil?" Because I feel really bad, and I do now. I feel like a dog over it, but yeah, that was the thing that I was a dirty dog. I feel terrible about it. I really feel terrible. That's, if I could do it over with, I would not, I wouldn't even have married the guy probably, but I wouldn't have I would have went to the prom with
With the right guy,
nice guy.
yeah.
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 And I mean, it was just a friendship thing. He wasn't expecting,
Yeah.
anything. It was just friends. So, but it would have done a lot for the boyfriend if I had said, "Well, I'm going with so and so," because he was a rat bastard too. He didn't show up for my graduation. He went to my worst enemy's graduation.
No.
And you married this guy?
And I married him. How stupid am I? I was not bright in my teens. I was not bright.
Well,
I
who
got a
is
lot smarter.
in that age group. None of us are.
So did
Yeah, and they
anybody
did.
else do anybody dirty?
Oh yeah. I had kind of a similar thing. Me and my bestie, we've known each other since kindergarten. So her and I asked a couple guys to go to the spinster dance. You remember back those days we have spinster week or whatever.
Yeah.
And by the time the dance came around, we really wanted to go with other guys, and they were having a big old bonfire party in the middle of a cornfield, and it was going to be all kinds of fun, but we were
Yeah.
stuck with these other guys. And so it was just like, instead of taking them out to the nice dinner like you're supposed to, we went through the McDonald's drive-through. And we didn't even go to the dance. And we said, first, we got to stop at this party. And we just abandoned them in the middle of this cornfield at this big old bonfire and did
Oh my
our
goodness.
thing. And to this day, I feel awful
Isn't it-
because
Yeah.
those guys didn't deserve that. We were just being dingbat teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's how he probably doesn't think. I mean, we were friends after that. So, I mean, I know that, he didn't
Oh,
hate
wait.
me,
We weren't.
Yeah, Bill and I were great friends after it. And then, but I just haven't, once he graduated, he was a year older than me. And once he graduated, I just never saw him again. And so I know that he wasn't deeply hurt, but now that I realize how dirty that was, I just wish I could go, "I'm sorry." So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's see here. Number 8. We are almost done. Was there ever a time that you thought that you were being really subtle and then later realized that everybody knew what you were doing?
All the time.
I was
My
going to say,
emotions, every thought in my head, you could see right on my face.
Yeah.
Can't hide anything.
I'm not subtle.
Mine was usually if I was flirting with some guy, and I would think that I was, being really coy about it, that I was just being cute. And then later on, I find out that they would be like, "Oh, please." My friends would be like, "Everybody knew you liked him." You think that nobody noticed? But then there would be guys that I really didn't like that, and everybody thought I did. So I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, were we ever thinking that we were being subtle when we weren't? Yeah. I don't know. So, okay. So, number 9. Did you ever say, I'm fine, when you were clearly not fine?
Oh,
Every day.
I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yep. Leave me alone. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
yeah.
Mhm. Why are you looking at me? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not mad, Mark. I'm not cranky, Mark.
Stop telling me I am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. I do say that a lot. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Whatever. I'm fine.
You don't say it that way.
It depends on who I'm talking to. To you, I'm like, I'm fine. You know, it's like I scream it at him, but
Yeah, he believes that.
which is clearly not fine if you're yelling it at someone. So have you ever done that? Been like, or have you just like pretended that you're fine about something when you're not?
Probably, but I don't remember.
It means he don't want to tell me. He's like, she's not going to be ready for bed for a while. She's going to hang on to this. So, okay, number 10. Okay. Have you ever thought back or looked back or, whatever at your younger self, a younger version of yourself? And that could be 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, whatever, And did you ever just think, bless your heart, like, oh, honey, that kind of thing?
hmm
I do it all the
Well,
time.
yeah. Mostly my young self, my
Yeah.
teenage self. That's
Yeah.
what I think about. Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Not that I did anything bad,
No. Just like,
but
that's
yeah.
yeah. Just like, oh, bless your heart. You
Yeah.
you were really
Bless your
young.
heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm gonna look down through here and see if I see anything that we need to check in with the chat real quick, and then
A lot of good comments.
yeah, I should have been starring them. I was going to, and then I didn't. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I've read some of them though. So Eileen says, okay, full disclosure. At first glance, I saw, StreamYard, and I forgot Susie has changed direction. Or Steamy Yard. She saw Steamy Yard. Yeah. Yeah, no. We've changed directions. Let's see here. Lots of people saying hi. And Carnosol is here. Heat My Shorts is here.
Roger.
Yeah. Heat was talking. A lot of it's talking about that Mare didn't have good internet service tonight. Eileen says, I like seeing the faces now. I do too. I like to be able to put faces with names. Yeah, who all's playing in the chat? Lori was saying. So she's trying to get people to answer. Yeah, Patty says it's good to see me and that it's good to see everybody on the panel. I know, I love it. I would much rather have people on there with me than just by myself. B says, "Go faster, Dad!" Down the dirt road, sitting on the wheel well. Yeah, on the steering wheel. I've done that. Telling Dad, I had to have my legs like in the, wrapped in the steering wheel. Can you imagine? I mean, it's amazing. That we didn't, like, oh my gosh. Well, that's like the other day when it was snowing out here. My son-in-law had the kids hooked. He had a rope or a chain or something, and had them hooked up to, what was it? A
piece of plastic.
A piece of plastic behind it, was pulling them with the car to sled around the driveway, and I could not even. I was I was panicked. Now we did that when I was a kid down the roads.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any worse than your dad out there pulling on that bus hood.
Yeah, my dad used to do it on a bus hood, and it just, oh my God, I was just scared to death. My dad was the bus mechanic at the school that I went to, so he would come up with all these spare parts from buses and stuff. And
I like when you griped at me for letting Megan ride on top of the go kart.
I wasn't mad that she rode on top of the go kart. I was mad that you were going around the corners as fast as you could and try and jerk the wheel and threw her off.
And she was so fast, so fast.
Yeah. Patty says she remembers party lines. I loved them. You could eavesdrop. Yeah. We had one too for a while, but the people that had the other line on the party line were from Mexico and they only spoke Spanish because I didn't know what they were saying. Except unless they cussed, I could always pick those words out. Heat My Short says one time we had our trucks in the bush in the winter and we found an old broken boat, so we towed it around a frozen lake behind trucks. Wow. With us in the back. Not good. Marilee had a party line. Bee's grandmother had one. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's like where they've been answering stuff.
We didn't have a party line, but when I moved out to that house, I could pick up one of the radio stations on the phone.
We didn't have one here either, but for some reason, I don't know if we had the same wireless or cordless phone as my aunt who lives beside on the other side of us, but we could pick up their conversations on their phone on ours. Like we could actually like
That's right.
hear their conversations.
Now, we did have a phone number real close to a big restaurant. My dad got tired of the calls coming in, so he just took reservations.
My mom did that too. She had a phone number that was really close to the O'Reilly's auto parts store, and people, I mean, it got old. They would call and call. She would get multiple calls a day, and she would tell them, this is not that, and they would call back. And so finally, she just started saying, okay, I'll have it at the desk when you get here.
Makes you always want to be at those places when people show
Yeah,
up.
right?
Right?
Uh,
I had reservations for 12.
Yeah. Eileen says, where I live, there's still a lot of places where you can still smoke inside. And for the bigger cities, most restaurants have a heated terrace for smokers. I can't remember where Eileen is. She in Australia? I can't remember where she's from. I know, and I can't think. Where is she from? Like, I can't remember.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. When I was a kid, Janet says, when I was a kid, my doctor smoked in his office.
Oh,
That's right.
Oracle says hospitals did have a lot of fires.
oh my God.
Marilee says our parents were chain smokers. We got plenty of secondhand smoke. Yeah. Eileen says when I finalized my house purchase last year, the notary offered me a cigarette whilst I was signing the documents. It's still a bit different here. Yeah. Is she in England or Scotland? She's somewhere like that, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. And it drives me nuts because it's just my memory because I do know, but I can't remember. It's
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Pete says he washed carrots with the garden hose and eating it right there in the garden. Mark probably just wipes them all, not carrots.
I was
but
going to
like
say, we just wipe
peppers.
them off on our jeans.
Yeah.
I'll eat the
Pull them out of the
peppers.
ground and wipe them
I eat
off.
the strawberries.
And the strawberries.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, I don't get most of the strawberries. Veta took them.
Marilee says we were free range kids in the summer. Nobody kept tabs on us.
Mhm.
Aw. Yeah. Metal darts, metal jacks. Yeah. Yeah, those metal jacks were, Patty. Those were brutal to step on. I used to love to play jacks and pick up sticks and all those. Mm. Yeah, Marilee says that they didn't go in a car very much. There were too many of them. Yeah, they had. She has several siblings. I can't talk, but totally. Jersey says I would put a pillow on the back floor against the bottom of the door and climb down in the floor and sleep. Yeah, we did that too. We also, when we would travel, we would put like our like bags of clothes and stuff in the floorboard, and then we would put a like a ironing board or something across it, and then make a pallet on it, and we would just sleep or lay there and play, the three of us, for the whole ride. No seatbelts, no nothing.
My dad just took plywood, legs and 2 inches.
Yeah,
stuck
his
it
dad
there.
got fancy with it. Marilee says, Patty, we lived near the docks. I could play there and on the train tracks for hours. Oh,
Train tracks were fun. You put coins and stuff on them.
yeah. Steve says that he doesn't remember ever being in a booster seat. I don't remember ever being in one
Neither.
either. I don't
I don't
remember.
think they had
Mm-mm.
booster seats when we were kids.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Lithan is
did.
here.
Yeah.
A pillow or a book.
Yeah.
Phone.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing a picture of my car seat when I was a kid, and it was pink, and it had like it was just a straight back and a straight seat, and it had like a metal thing that went around the front of me, and I'd just be like this.
Just a bar. Yeah.
And so she would like have stuff stuffed in around me so that I wasn't just like, But I mean, I was pretty young then. Like, I mean, seriously, I don't think I could sit up because she had all those pillows and stuff around me so I wouldn't move. So, let's see here. Okay. Oracle says, I used to hitchhike from a kid until young adult. Oh, wow. Used to pick up hitchhikers too. That's so scary. Oracle says in England, we left the stroller outside the shop and went in. Yeah, I've seen that. And I've seen that like not even that long ago where they would leave the baby in the stroller and go, leave it outside and go into the shop. Ooh, yeah, things are different. Eileen Bradley says, I hitchhiked a few times, but the friend I was with had the attitude of a bulldozer with PMS. Oh, yeah. Marilee says, when JFK was shot, changed her life dramatically. Yeah. Janet says, the night that she heard that Elvis died. Mm-hmm. I was in Canada when I realized whatever it was is now different. Best I can recall. Yeah. Mr. Todd was here. Vernon was here. I don't know if they still are. Let's see here. B said, at 14, I was an adult. I adopted my mother's baby. Wow. We need to hear this story. Everybody's got these stories, and I just want to hear them all. We got to get Marilee's stuff done up too, and I want to have y'all back on like one at a time, and like just hear your stories. Just like everybody's like, I don't have a big story. We all have a story. It might not seem extraordinary, but it's a story, and I think most people just like stories. Just hearing, Keep my shorts. I guess he's talking about when he realized that his parents were getting older was when his dad's beard started to turn. Marilee says, it was when my mom got TB at 50. She aged rapidly. Oh, I was just watching a deal about TB just a couple of days ago. Marilee says that her dad was gray in his 30s. My dad has just recently kind of gotten gray. My mom never really got gray until like the very end, like the last 4 or 5 years. but my dad was always really blonde, and he's still blonde, but it's got a lot of gray in it. So, because my dad was, you know, where I went to school in California, there was a lot of little girls from Mexico, and then a lot of little black girls, and so their dads, they didn't look like my dad. My dad goes walking in, he's like this cowboy. He's like 6'4", blonde hair, blonde curly hair, blue eyes, cowboy hat, you know. And they were just like all the girls thought my dad was hot. And I'm like, oh my God. B says my dad's 50th birthday party. I thought, wow, he's getting old. That's another funny thing. My ex-sister-in-law, my ex-husband's sister, it was so funny. I remember we had this big deal when their dad turned 50. It was this big party, and she's older than me. But anyway, I'll never forget because Diane said, "Is he just 50?" And I said, "Well, yeah." And she goes, "I've been telling people he was 50 since I was in kindergarten." He was probably 35 or something. You know? I'll never forget that. Oh, Candace says that her mom was 30 and her dad was 40 when she was born. They were old. Incarnasoul says his parents' 50th wedding anniversary. That was a long time to be married. Yes. I hope we make it 50. That'd be so cool. We're at what? 23? We got a while to go, but yeah, we'll be old. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Maybe my YouTube channel will have 2,000 subs by then. In the next, 20 odd years, 30 years. Yeah. Yeah. Candace says Dick Clark said at one time, music is the soundtrack to our lives. Yeah, I remember that. I'm going to go through here pretty fast and yeah, these are cool, but I think we're going to have to call it. We're over 2 hours and I don't want to keep y'all up any later. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Conda standing on her head.
Whoops. She's an oopsie.
That was so cute. I looked over, I'm like, oh, well.
Fell down.
I think she fell over.
Where'd she go?
Well, I don't know. I'm like, are you okay?
I don't know. Are you okay? Maybe her microphone went off.
Yeah, maybe. Because it looks like it's upright now, so she might be trying to plug something else in.
Could
Because that
be.
looks like lights at the top. It looks
Yeah, like ceiling lights.
Yeah, like ceiling lights. It's weird though. It's like, where'd she go?
Just went flip.
I think you bored her to death.
I bored her to death. Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm never gonna quit talking.
Well, thanks for inviting me to do
I
this.
really do
I
want to have y'all
appreciate
back
it.
on. Yeah, she's having trouble because she kicked herself off. So. But anyway, I do want to have y'all back on like one at a time and just like talk to you a lot. I really want to do that a lot this year, is just, have people on and just chit chat. I think that everybody enjoys that. And I think that just the crazier the world gets, that it's helpful to just have those times of just everything's okay, that everything's just fun and silly. So anyway, I'm gonna go and thank you guys. You can just sign yourselves out, just like leave.
Okay.
However, I don't remember how you do it, but anyway, you could just do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys. I don't know, Monday. I think I'm gonna be on Monday, so I'm gonna take tomorrow off.
Good.
Bye.
See you guys
Have fun.
later. Thanks, Jan. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. This is fun.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks to my mods out there.
Hope you enjoyed the show. So glad you were here. We meet here most days. We're but first coffee and you're welcome here. We talk about hard subjects, but we also laugh a lot. If you have a loss or win, we will cheer for you. We're but first coffee, and you are safe here. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't wanna miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't wanna miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all.